Yep.
Jesse's like in fucking
Yeah.
Compton.
What?
Are you?
You don't like my sirens and stuff?
Oh, your sirens, dude. Every time I hear that shit, I'm like worried we're gonna see. Well, we can't see shit, but we're gonna hear like your demise right there. Like fucking hell. Like what's fucked
Well,
up?
you know for a
Like
fact if it goes down, I'll turn on the camera so you guys can see.
here's the thing: if it goes, yeah, you should. But if it goes down, like, and we don't get to see you, like, you can't say any embarrassing shit that you can't like explain later on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's fair.
I was like, Chappelle has that bit where he goes, "Oh, I shit myself." Like, you can't say shit like that. you can't explain it to anybody. We're gonna be talking about that funeral and shit. Like, do you know he said he shit himself before he died? Like, that's like the Dave Chappelle bit.
Or you just hear me weeping.
Pretty much, you can't do that either. Anyway, all right. Just hit mute, dude. Or say some gangster ass shit. All right, folks. We are the Keyboard Warriors. Welcome to the show, presented by RipTheWarriors.com. My name's Eddie Law. That's just Bacaba. That's Fred Kirby. Ready to talk some fucking face punching here, as Fred likes to say. What do you guys want to start? You want to start with the shit this weekend or the shit from last weekend?
Let's start with last weekend, right?
All right.
That would be technically starting first.
Right. All right. UFC 243. Israel Adesanya finishes old Robert Whittaker. I thought he had that shit won at the end of the first round, and went to the second round. But still, what would you think there, Fred?
Can I just collectively say, suck my dick? You understand me? Listen, I make a lot of predictions on the show, and about 87% of the time, I'm wrong like a motherfucker. So let me just take a moment when I take some shit right, and I actually call it right, to gloat all the fuck over y'all. God damn it, I called it like a motherfucker. Listen, it went exactly like I thought it would.
Right.
That Wonder Boy fight was the blueprint, dog. Like, styles make fights. Robert Whittaker is a bad, and then to bring some levity to the situation, MMA Twitter are clowns for the most part. Like, we got the homies that we fuck with, but a lot of them motherfuckers are clowns. And I'm a huge Izzy fan, not really the biggest Robert Whittaker fan. Still think he should probably be at 170 for all of me. Suck my dick, I said it. I think he would be better off there. Like, I know he wasn't doing that great there, and he became the champ at 85, but he can make 70. What the fuck? Like, you can do it, do it. But that being said, I don't think he was overrated. I don't think any of that shit. I just think Izzy's a great and a horrible stylistic matchup for Robert Whittaker, which, not to toot my own motherfucking horn, but thank you. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Wisdom coming through those Brazen Raider.
Listen, he just ran into a buzzsaw, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we might be seeing a once in a generational, lifetime talent. So the people calling fucking Robert Whittaker overrated are fucking morons. And the people saying that Izzy was the real deal before the fight, fucking called that shit, yo.
Yeah, there you go. Jesse, did you watch it?
No. I was busy living life, doing my thing. But you know what? I saw the updates when he knocked down Robert Whittaker at the end of the first round.
Yeah.
And I might or might not have jumped onto a Periscope stream from some kind of Arab prince or something who was also showing off his 3 tigers and whatever else he had in his home there.
Oh, but I want the link to that now.
Oh shit.
But you know what? It's interesting that it's to me it was interesting that Kelvin gave Adesanya a better fight than he had here from the champ. I mean, it was just surprising. I thought that Whittaker would be able to use his dirty boxing to get in on Izzy and just make it a dirtier fight. And it just seemed like the Muay Thai that Kelvin had on him just seemed like a better stylistic matchup, and it just seemed like Whittaker tried to implement some of the things from Kelvin, and it just wasn't what he does. It wasn't what he naturally does, and it just backfired on him. I see Fred putting up his finger like he's a student in class right now. Go ahead, Fred.
No, well, you make a good point, and I think a lot of people felt like that. But shout out to Kelvin. Give that man the praise he deserves. His fucking hands are nice. People are like, oh, I didn't think that. Yeah, you didn't think nothing because you're a dummy like the most of us. Now we all know Kelvin's got better hands than Robert Whittaker. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If they ever fight, my money's on Kelvin because I think he's got better hands. I think that was the proof. Robert Whittaker couldn't touch Izzy. Fucking Kelvin knocked the shit out of Izzy a few times. And listen, let me tell you something. Izzy's not the first one. Kelvin's been fucking thunder striking people for a month of Sundays. I know he looks like your average fucking fat chulo, But come to find out, the motherfucker's got nasty hands in the fast. Quite frankly, there's something to that about fat Mexicans. You motherfuckers still got hands, no matter what. Fucking Anthony Ruiz.
Whatever, dude. Hey, you know why? Because our parents put us in boxing fucking young age, like my dad. Hey,
for what it's worth, Kelvin's
Yeah.
got some nasty hands.
Yep.
I knew that narrative was going around, but listen, let this fight set the record straight. Kelvin's boxing and his Muay Thai should be respected because he did
Right.
actually land on Izzy, and it doesn't look like that's going to be an easy thing to do.
And he hurt him too in that
Yeah,
fight.
right.
So,
Exactly. So shout out to Kelvin.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
let's see here. Sorry, looking at some comments here.
Also, let me quickly say
What
this. I don't want to just suck Izzy's dick here. I'll say this. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I had a couple fucking moments in that fight where I was
Mhm.
getting very reminiscent vibes of Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman 1. Now it didn't happen, but that shit makes me nervous. I'm gonna fucking be honest with you. That goddamn making them miss by a cunt hair shit is fucking cute for the Matrix. But you know, Robert Whitaker was swinging for the fences. He comes an inch closer, and Robert lands that punch and knocks Izzy clean the fuck out. And this discussion isn't like that. I just want to throw that out there that I think that he's obviously great. Obviously, that's how he does it. Anderson Silva in his prime. You've got to be careful with that shit, though, man, because fuckers are going to be swinging for the fences. When you make a miss, you look good, but it only takes one. And if you get clipped with one of those, it's going to fucking sleep you.
All right, check this out. How about that exchange that ended with Whitaker? Izzy stood in the pocket and dropped him with a sniper left hook. There's a lot of overreaching by Whitaker, and he would overreach, and his right arm would be down here, and Izzy would be right here just staring at him like, you're about to get fucked up. Pow! Just over the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Izzy's a better
left hook was
striker.
nice.
Izzy's a better striker. I mean, that was just clearly on display. And then Izzy realized he could land that kind of shot. Because if I'm not mistaken, was that the same shot he kind of landed when he dropped him in the first round?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like inside hook like that, I think
it was.
Yeah, so listen, man, Izzy's a fucking phenomenal striker. I'm not saying you can't outstrike him, but you're going to have to come with something clever. And again, I just thought this was a horrible stylistic matchup for Rob from the jump street, and Izzy proved it to be true.
For sure. All right, so see, Teb says Izzy stupid accurate in those exchanges.
Facts.
MMA gods. It's still MMA, and Izzy can get caught, but man, he's looking so good, still undefeated. Yeah,
there it is. He does need to. I would like to see Izzy. I know that's how he fights. I fucking get it, but I would like to see him be a little. And I'm gonna tell you something. He better do it with Paulo Costa. Big roided out fucker, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says. He's cheating his tits off.
Oh, for sure.
He's getting away with it. You understand me? But you can put me on record, motherfucking. What's his name? Boranchina.
Yeah,
cheating motherfucker. God damn it. He's cheating. But Izzy will need to be careful with him. He will need, and I know he's going to want to try to clown him and shit because there's going to be heat there, and Izzy will be quicker and he will be able to make him miss. Again, he only needs one. Izzy can make him look foolish 10 times, but if that big roided out fucker lands one, he'll sleep him. He needs to take him seriously and focus.
Absolutely. Let's see. Oh, okay. Jesse said it'll be back. Don't worry, folks. He'll be back. All right.
He's not getting robbed. It's all good.
Yeah, he's fine. He's just in Compton. All right. Crazy how Robert didn't really make adjustments in the second after almost getting finished. He really
that's a good point. I think it was Luke Thomas mentioned that. He was saying he was comparing him to GSP.
Right.
And because Robert Whitaker's coach had said that he's a better version of GSP, and Luke Thomas said this is why he's not. Because if that fight's happening with George and George gets dropped like that in the first round, you can bet your fucking youngest daughter that starting in the second round, he is going to be diving on a double leg. And that's what Whitaker should have done. Yes. I mean, that would have been at this point, you got to swallow a little pride. You're not the better striker in this fight, bro. You might be a better grappler, though. So let's try that out. That was a little surprising to me. At least give it a whirl.
So this is what I was thinking right here. It's like it's all Rob has. I had to do was shoot for the double when Izzy was leaning back. I was waiting for that. Now Izzy's got decent takedown defense. It's not bad, right? But I'm like, dude, there's a double. There's another one. There's another one. And he's wanting to stand with the motherfucker. Like, what the hell?
Well, and he did. You know what he had going for him is the fact that he hadn't shot. Right.
Right.
Did he shoot it all?
I don't think so. I don't remember him shooting.
Listen. You've been swinging your hands enough that you've got him at least remotely honest at this point. Yeah. If he shot a double leg out of nowhere, you probably might surprise him. Now, would he keep him down, be able to do damage? That's all, to be debated. But yeah, he probably could have got a takedown and at least maybe made Izzy a little hesitant. He look, you wasn't winning the striking exchanges, bro. At that point, you got to either get in close and dirty box or implement some fucking grappling. You cannot stand out there. I mean, I guess he was trying to blitz in, but clearly that wasn't fucking working very well either.
No, and you're right with the GSP thing. Like GSP would have shot for the double. GSP would have put the fight exactly where he wanted it immediately. It would not have been one of those like, yeah, I'll just stand with you the whole time and try my luck with one of these overhands and shit. And he would have taken that immediately down. So yeah, I'm with you on that. It was a weird uppercut that dropped Whitaker in the first. That's right. That's right. And it was like last second.
It was like a little hooky, hooky uppercut or something.
It was short.
I'm paint it to where I'm right still, but I feel like, or it was at least in close, I guess, as he was kind of coming in.
All right, so Robert Whitaker is probably going to be chilling for a little bit. What do you think about Izzy? I mean, first of all, we can stop talking about John Jones fight right now. And there's a lot of heat on it, but he is not ready for that shit.
Let's go ahead and have that discussion right now.
Okay.
Because it's a quick discussion for me. We can wrap that up quickly.
Yeah.
It's a very intriguing fight, right? Of course, it's very intriguing. Both undefeated, similar body frames, blase, right? Nowhere near ready. Not right now, for sure. Like that fight's cute. Izzy has 2 to 3 title defenses for me, at least, before I would be willing to entertain that fight.
Right.
Y'all better stop playing my man John Jones. Y'all gotta stop playing him like that. Homeboy got the belt 32 days ago. Or shit, well, I'm tripping. 32 hours ago. What the
hours
fuck?
ago.
You know what I'm saying? John Jones has been the king for a decade now. Y'all can talk about all the coke and all the white whores and all y'all want to. In that cage, ain't nobody did shit to John Jones. Even though these last 2 fights have been kind of close, all things considered, they ain't been shit. Ain't nobody, you know what I mean? John Jones' whole career, Gustafsson won a couple rounds. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, let's not get crazy. Izzy's cute, but he just got the belt. Let that man defend it a couple times before we even entertain the idea of this.
What do you think about that, Jesse?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you're communicating that you don't think that John Jones should be next for Adesanya, I agree with you. I think Jeremiah from the Hardcore MMA show put a poll up and called me out because I think he was asking if that fight would be a top 5.
I saw that.
You know, and I honestly don't think it would be. He called me on it, and I could only think of 4 fights that are where someone moved up in weight and was a better champ versus champ fight. I could only come up with 4, so I guess he called me out on that. But I honestly don't think it's that important of a fight at this point. And I agree with Fred. Once Adesanya gets 2-3 title defenses under his belt, looks dominant, knocks those dudes out in the first round, just like he did to Whitaker, then that builds something. You know, then we've got something. Then John Jones can be like, well, all right, then, you know, like, I guess I got to take out this young buck down here, you know, a division below me, and then I can move up and take out the heavyweight division, you know?
Fuck that. John, if I'm the king of MMA, John's moving his funny skinny ass to heavyweight now. You're into heavyweight now. 205 is about to be a fucking waste you land, and goddamn it, he's gonna do his thing at 85, and y'all can meet in the middle here in a couple years, if so be it or whatever. Goddamn, John, go to heavyweight. Worst comes to worst, bro, you lose. Then you can just come back down to 205, and you're still the fucking undefeated king. Like, I don't understand why the fuck John is not fighting a heavyweight. You have nothing to lose at heavyweight, bro. Even if you lose, it's a heavyweight. You can just move back down to your natural weight and be like, yo. I mean, does anybody look at Max Holloway any different?
Yes.
After his loss to what?
The Poirier, no.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, you're
why?
A fucking cunt. Bullshit. at 45, you look at him differently, motherfucker.
Yeah, totally different. He's beatable now.
Out of here with that, dude. Okay, explain why. Go ahead.
I hope you're trolling.
Damn it. You're not supposed to call me out on this stuff.
Fuck you, call you out every time.
No, you're right. You're right, Fred, but I also think that John Jones has a bit more of mystique to lose at heavyweight. I think it's dangerous for somebody who's as dominant, who has basically, you know, dominated all his opponents up until this point, to go up to heavyweight and, you know, like, let's say he gets dominated up there by somebody that's, you know, not named Stipe, or I was going to say Velasquez, but, you know, he's wrestling us, so he's out of the picture. or Ngannou or somebody like that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like a top, 3 heavyweight. If it's anybody but those 3 guys at the top, then he just loses a lot. I think he loses more than you think, Fred. But I agree with you. There is no other solution to the John Jones problem right now. The only solution is for him to move up.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't do this very often. I very rarely actually compliment Jesus because very rarely does he deserve it. But don't fucking say that I'm not fair, because goddamn it, Jesus, you're right. That's a very good fucking point. We've seen Max Holloway be beaten before,
Yeah.
so maybe it isn't as much of a big deal. You're right. If I still don't think it really tarnishes anything at 205, but you are right. We've never seen him lose. If he loses a heavyweight, I do think it has a bit of a different impact for him moving forward. I don't think it does. He could still go to 205 and be fine, and we'll still view him as the king there or whatever. But good fucking point.
Hey, Eddie, look at what is it, Tevin? About Twitter and GSP.
Hold on, I'm following.
That just made me laugh right now.
Saw somebody on Twitter today saying GSP will come back and beat Izzy right now at 185.
I mean, listen. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this here. I fucking doubt it, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think GSP's putting his fucking hand up for that fight. But look, I don't think you're going to outstrike Izzy.
Right.
So let's start there. I don't think Boronchina is going to have much success with Izzy unless he gets lucky and lands a lucky shot. But I don't think you're not going to outstrike Izzy for 5 rounds for sure. At least it doesn't seem like it. Not at fucking 85. So if you were going to try to find somebody that was going to beat Izzy at this point, I would imagine it would be a St. Pierre-like character. Now, for all of me, St. Pierre's a little long in the tooth to be fucking wanting that smoke. But he's probably got the right, MMA IQ and fucking skills to give Izzy a challenge. But, again, he's a bit long in the tooth for that one. He don't want that smoke.
But don't you think, looking at the posts that GSP has been kind of putting out there, and I think even Chael talked about it, don't you think it's more possible Khabib fight more than anything, or a Conor fight more than going up in weight? It seems like he's more like going down in weight. I don't think he wants to go up in weight again.
Listen. I'm going to tell you something right now, goddammit. Everybody out there be putting the fucking crown on GSP as the champ and blase, pound for pound. I fucking do not. Okay? I do not give him that fucking shit. You know what I do give fucking George, though? Smartest motherfucking MMA fighter of all time.
Yeah.
Smartest motherfucker in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, he came back and picked the perfect champion to win that belt against. Is there any other motherfucking champion at middleweight that we think George could have beat in the last fucking decade?
If we go by how
he knew Bisping had one eye, god damn it.
How wild was that shit when he popped his fucking eyeball out? I'm like, what?
We're going to talk about that at the end of the show.
Boy.
I think that, all bullshit aside, I think GSP's been very smart about picking the right fights at the right time. Extremely smart. And I think that Khabib or Conor fit that bill. Why the fuck would you want to fight Izzy? That's a fucking nightmare. Now maybe in a fight or two that might be intriguing enough for him to actually take that bait. But yeah, right now, Khabib's a safer bet, bit of a smaller guy, a comparable skill set, or Conor, which is, Conor you could somewhat say is somewhat of a mini version of Izzy. Like, why fight a bigger, better version of Conor if you ain't gotta? You know what I'm saying? Like, GSP's just very smart, man. Like, makes sense. If I'm George, I want to fight Khabib before I want to fight Izzy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
I think all they were pointing at was that he looks a lot leaner than he has in the past. And I think they were pointing out that he's putting out a bunch of training videos and stuff that, it doesn't seem like you would do unless you're starting to do some sort of training camp or something. But then again, it is GSP. He is kind of a crazy, psychotic kind of guy that will do, really hard sprints, really hard workouts just because he wants to improve his body and prove himself. So who knows? But it, like Fred said, like, he is intelligent enough to know that going to 70 or 85 is just not an option for him at this point.
Look, man, here's the thing about GSP, and you were saying he was a smart guy and all that, smartest fighter in MMA. Yeah, you know who else did that shit? Picking the right fights at the right times? May fucking Weather. Okay. He wasn't gonna fight no fucking prime Pacquiao. That was never gonna happen. Then guess who's in the comment section? Sorry, dude. I mean, I saw it a minute ago, but we were talking. Aaron Robbins hanging out in the comment section. He said hello first. I don't know where this came from. Fred's forehead, LOL. That was enough.
That's fucking cute. Tell Aaron to go back and fix somebody's fucking back. Fred's forehead.
Shit, I need a chiropractor.
You cocksucker ain't watched the fucking episode. The month of Sundays comes in and berates me.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. GSP definitely looks like it's shrinking, not bulking season. Look, I got some shit for saying this the other day, and I'll say it again because I don't give a fuck. I couldn't give less of a fuck about Khabib's GSP. Don't care. Don't want to see it. Fuck all that. I'm done with GSP. Okay, he comes back, he beats Khabib, has the belt, and then he drops it, and we're back to square one again. Like I'm kind of done with that shit. So here we go. Mike, you there?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Hey, good man. Yeah, we can hear you. All right, Jesse.
Oh, okay. Hey, Mike, how's it going? So
Good.
I guess we're being joined here by Mike Fromowitz. I know Eddie didn't want to try that last name again.
Dude, I can never get it, dude. I'm sorry.
It's all right. All you have to do is practice.
Yeah.
But it's been a whirlwind for you guys over there at Combate America since you guys announced finally the Tito Ortiz and Alberto Del Rio fight happening in, I believe, December 7th, correct? It's on a Saturday?
Saturday, December 7th in Hidalgo, Texas.
All right. So, you know what? One of the most interesting things I've seen pop up is that you guys are doing a pay-per-view. So it's the first pay-per-view for you guys. So how is this going to work out for you guys? Is it still going to be a DAZN thing, or is this going to be something completely different?
No, it's separate from DAZN. It's television pay-per-view. Well, you know, we have our Univision platform TV. That's also separate. We have our ongoing live event series on Univision. On Televisa Univision Deportes and on Televisa in Mexico. But this is completely separate. It's a tentpole special event on live on pay-per-view television in every home in the US.
And have you guys started filling out that card yet that you guys already have kind of planned out? I know you guys now currently have 3 champions, and you guys are looking to crown your first women's champion coming up soon here. So is any of those matchups looking to be on that fight card?
The women's first women's world title fight will happen on the card. We're firming up the details, and probably we'll have it confirmed by next week. If not, later. If not, well, it's almost the end of it's midweek now, so by the end of next week.
Awesome. And so how's that going for you guys? I know Tito is kind of he's interesting to market with. He loves to kind of be out there and market kind of the way he likes to market. How is it working with you guys and, you know, doing that whole thing with Tito and Alberto, especially with this whole title exchange thing? How's that gonna work?
Good. Well, actually, that was Tito's idea, and he just issued the challenge. And he issued it on social media, and Alberto then, told us, he said, I accept, no problem. So they actually both brought their title belts to New York this week, and they were carrying them around during our kickoff press tour. So they're both serious about it. It's going to happen. They're both, great to work with. Their, consummate professionals. They work hard, they train hard, and they're great at promoting themselves. I think that the new generation, the up and coming fighters could, they should pay attention to these guys, and there's a lot they can learn from them as how to market themselves, how to promote themselves. They're both iconic in that respect.
Right. And so you guys have an event coming up this weekend, correct?
Correct. Yeah. This Friday, October 11th, and we're back in Tucson, Arizona, live on Univision. live on Televisa Univision Deportes and live in Televisa.
And
So
this is the event
Go
that Jose Alde was supposed to compete against somebody else, and his opponent got injured. Now he's fighting former UFC fighter Joby Sanchez, correct?
yeah, that's the main event. Alday versus Sanchez. We're gonna see a Brazil versus Mexico matchup with two featured women, Maria Moraes against Paola Ramirez, and we're also Anthony Burchak will be back fighting for us. He's going to be fighting his opponent also got replaced. Eric Redeem who he's fighting now from Tijuana, but his original opponent got hurt. So those will be the three featured fights on the card. We're also going to have the debut of Jaime Alvarez from Miami. He's 8-1. He's got a world ranking somewhere on Tapology, and he'll be making his Combate Americas debut.
Yeah, I see you guys have gone out and acquired a couple more interesting fighters for your promotion. So looking at this event, it seems like you guys, because I'm looking at your guys' schedule so far, you guys are pretty much doing most of your events over there in whatchamacallit, in Tucson and Arizona, in the Arizona area. Any chance you guys are going to come back to a different region, maybe Miami again, or Mexico again, or LA or anything like that?
We're everywhere. We're not just in Arizona. We're all over California. We'll be in Fresno in November. We just announced two other events aside from Tito versus Alberto in Texas in November 1st and 8th. November 1st, we're in Dallas, Garland, Texas. And November 8th, we're back in San Antonio. So we're in California, Texas, Arizona. We're in Mexico this month, actually. A week after, next week we're in Monterrey, Mexico, which is one of our core markets. We were just in Guadalajara 2 weeks ago. So we're all over Mexico. We're in multiple states in the U.S. We were just in Lake Tahoe in August for the first time, like on the Nevada side. So we're in quite a few places. And we did our first event in Chicago. Actually, it was taped for Univision as well.
Eddie?
Yeah, so Anthony Burchak's a local, a Tucson local. I just want to talk about that just him for a second. He's actually a 10th Planet black belt, and so yeah, I knew damn well he wasn't going to miss that any event coming to his city. I had a quick question on the Tito Del Rio fight, or just overall the event. Now it's going to be pay-per-view, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
okay.
Pay-per-view television.
Yeah, what was the thought process going into like the price for that?
Well, we look to the recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
We're working in partnership with DirecTV, In Demand, and they were, we went by their recommendations. Historically, we look at historic pricing, what's worked, what hasn't, the time of year, etc.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering because there's a lot of back and forth about I think $40 for a pay-per-view, which like other people like charge way more, so it's not bad for like fighters that are gonna get in there and throw down like guaranteed. All right, and then the thought process behind putting the fight in Texas instead of like somewhere like California, was there something specific about that?
Yeah, the border.
There you go.
It's right on the U.S.-Mexican border. We are on television in both countries on broadcast. We're the only promoter in the U.S. now on broadcast television and cable television in the U.S., but we're also on broadcast television in Mexico. So we're right smack on the border, right by the border wall, in Texas. Alberto's obviously a Mexican national. He just got his citizenship in the U.S., and Tito was born here in the U.S. So the location there's a big significance behind it.
Cool. Brad, you got anything?
What weight division is this in? 205 or heavy?
Catch weight. We announced it at 210 pounds.
Okay. And do you guys got like a heavyweight champion yet, or no?
No, we're not. If you've looked at our fights, we don't have many heavyweight fights. A lot of our fighters were very thick everywhere from flyweight up to through lightweight, and then it starts to taper off after that. We have a few welterweights, but we don't have many heavyweights. We have fights, here and there at heavyweight, but not, we don't have a big heavyweight division.
Was Tito doing more than one?
I'm sorry?
Was Tito doing more than one fight?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
And is Albert Del Rio doing more than one too as well? Like if he wins?
Yeah, we'll see how he does. He's going to see how his body responds. I mean, so far he's been sparring 10 rounds. I can tell, at 10 5-minute rounds at a time, and he's doing well. He's doing really well in Phoenix. He's training with Ryan Bader, CB Dalloway, Javier Torres, Benson Henderson at the lab, and the heavyweights in that camp. So he's got a really strong group of guys around him that are getting him ready. And so I think he's going to see, how he feels after the fight. But I would say, if he's feeling strong, I could see him doing 2-3 fights.
Dope. Cool.
Sweet. Jesse?
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, how do you guys at Combate feel about Tito Ortiz, seeing as how he's pretty public about, his politics and how he kind of goes about it? He's kind of abrasive with it. How do you guys feel about that? And are you guys like okay with the way he kind of, markets himself that way? Or do you guys got to tell him to kind of tone it down a little bit to not, stir up too much of the pot?
No, I mean, that's his opinion. He's entitled to, his beliefs. It's, it's America, and, there are others who, an organization who feel the opposite, and they're entitled to, express their opinions too. They're not, I don't think they're harming anyone, or, if it would be different if they were using it to bully, someone or harass someone, then, that's where, we draw the line. But I mean, they're not. He's just expressing, his support for someone. Whether I agree or someone else agrees or disagrees with him. He's really, tried to allow people to express themselves as long as they're not hurting anyone else.
I didn't think about that actually. Like Tito's a Trump supporter, right? That's great.
Correct.
Like he's gonna be a total hill at Combates, no?
Yeah, in some respects, it's just really, it depends too against, in this case, because, well, in this case, relative to Alberto is very outspoken against Trump. So, you can look at, if you Google it, I mean, you'll see there's some coverage out there where Alberto is, has blasted President Trump. So, in that respect, I mean, they're very on the very opposite sides of the, of that issue.
How do you see your guys' fan base reacting to Tito? Because I know, if you kind of look into the politics a little bit, like a lot of Mexicans are actually pro-Trump, surprisingly, that are on the Mexican side already, actual Mexicans. So do you see like a lot more of the Mexican fan base actually supporting like Tito and kind of having that rift of like more people supporting Tito than, Alberto, or is it kind of like a good mixture and you guys are getting like a good just push from the fans there?
Well, I haven't seen many people in I mean, I go to Mexico a lot, for our fights and promotion, and we have an office in Mexico City. I haven't seen many Mexican people who are supporters of Trump, but I can say that it's we have fans and Mexican American fans who they're there's obviously people who are on both sides. So there's I think there's two ways to look at it. The people who respect Tito for his accolades in the sport, separate from his political beliefs, and then if those that there are those that might take it personally, who are not Trump supporters, who might consider him someone that they don't like because of that. So there's different ways of looking at it. If there's some that are maybe indifferent or or you're going to respect him regardless because of his accomplishments in the sport. And then, there's others who, might put their foot down and not show him respect because of whatever his personal beliefs are.
All right. I had someone a question in the YouTube comments that says, "Is Alberto going to bust out the lucha mask again?" Any word on that?
He mentioned something like he might walk out, with it, but he's not going to wear it to compete.
Oh, okay. Because he did that one fight he did, and it didn't go.
Yeah, no, he did a few fights like that. I mean, it was a different era then too. It's he was still, he was still very much Dos Caras Jr. and he still is, but he was in the midst of a lucha run then, while transitioning. But then he became Alberto Del Rio in the WWE, and times passed, and he'll still wear, he might wear the mask out, to pay homage to his family and his heritage, but he's not going to wear it while competing.
Last question for me. Seeing as how Colby Covington from the UFC had, I think it was Trump Jr. and go to his fight, and I know that Tito is, he's pretty close with the Trumps. Is that going to be something that you guys are going to look into, maybe having Trump's kids at the event? Is that something you guys have thought about, talked about with Tito, of him inviting them or anything?
He just posted earlier. He met with them today. If you look on his Instagram and Twitter, he's going to invite them. I think he already did, but I mean, I don't know them. If they want to come, I'm not gonna. They're welcome to come. I mean, it's anyone can come to the event. So, he's friendly with them. He met with them today for lunch. So I know that. I mean, because I talked to him earlier and he told me he just met with them. So I said, okay, if they want, welcome to come to the fight. So that's up to him, really.
Yeah, I asked because it might, like, how that might affect you guys, like having maybe extra security or something, or having to adjust some of the things that you guys normally would do, like how that would affect you guys if you guys are having to look into that already.
No, if we know they're coming, then we'll take the necessary steps to make sure that that they're secure and that there's proper security for sure. I mean, Kate Del Castillo will be at the event, and so we'll probably need extra security for her.
There he was.
And I think Rey Mysterio's coming, Sin Cara's coming to support Alberto.
Oh, that's legit. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. No, he's gonna have a lot of support from his pro wrestling buddies and colleagues.
All right, cool. Jesse, anything else?
No, just might plug the event that's happening on Friday again. It's in Arizona, I believe, correct?
Yeah, Tucson, Arizona. Preliminary fights are live on Facebook Watch, our Facebook Watch page, and then followed by the main card live on television on both broadcast and cable. Broadcast on Univision. Cable is Televisa Univision Deportes Network. That's Univision's sports network.
All right, perfect. I appreciate you coming on, man. We always enjoy having you on, man.
Thank you. Yeah, happy to do it. Thanks for having me.
All right, you have a good night, man. Appreciate it.
All right, you too. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Later, bro.
Bye.
All right, folks. So again, if you want to know anything about the Americas, that's where you go. Mike, say it, Jesse. Say his last name.
Afromowitz.
Thank you, Afromowitz. I'm gonna forget in 10 minutes. Ask me again in 10 minutes, and I guarantee I forgot. All right.
Just call him Afro Mike.
Afro Mike, can I do that? I'll do
Yo.
that.
Albert Del Rio is Dos Caros Jr.?
Yes, he's the one that fought Crow Cop.
Yeah, he got head kicked to hell.
How the fuck did I not know that? I had no idea. I didn't know it was the same guy. What the fuck do I know about it? That's crazy. Holy shit. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I'll tune in. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. That's what I said. I legit. I had to ask him about the.
No, I mean, listen. We'll be tuning in. Just put it like that.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. Oh, here it is. So this is an old ass picture right here, but this is right before the fight started between Alberto and Crow Cop. What the fuck? It didn't pop up like I wanted it to. See if it works. Yeah. Come on. There you go. You see that? Yeah. There you go. Yeah. There he is.
God, he is fucking huge though, isn't he? Jesus.
He's a big dude. He's a big fucking dude. And I mean, how tall is Crow Cop? Anyone know?
At least 6'1", right?
Right, and he's
I mean,
taller than him.
Over 6 foot, right? He looked like a couple inches taller.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyway, all right.
Tony Hectic. Hey, real quick, before we jump off onto something more serious, how disappointed are you, Eddie, that we're not going to get Cain Velasquez in the UFC anymore? Huh?
Don't care.
Are you saddened by that?
I'm done. Why you gotta do this every time, dude? Anytime Cain does anything, you gotta bring this motherfucker up. Look, I'm happy he went to WWE. I didn't mark out, but I was like, okay, hey, like I gotta say, it was kind of cool that he walked out with Rey Mysterio, and then Brock's up there, and then they did the little fake, like Wayne went too high with the punch, and Cain double legged him on the ground, smacking his arms. That was cute, but just don't come back to MMA, dude. Just don't. I don't want to see him get knocked the fuck out again, and then be like, oh, my knee did it.
Okay, so we're on the same page that if he's doing, WWE stuff, just do that, get paid, don't half-ass it in MMA, correct?
He's gonna make way more money not getting punched in the face.
I'll tell you what he better do first is get him a goddamn steroid dealer.
He needs something.
It's enough with those titties at this point. If you're going to be a fucking goddamn WWE superstar,
look the part.
Start him, juice him with the roids, and at that point, yeah, you can fucking wave bye-bye to your UFC career for a while.
Here's a random one. Sorry, I know change the subject a little bit. Fight for Your Right just said Nate just tweeted you're a group of pussies.
To us?
I'm about to look that up. I don't know to who, but I gotta find that out.
Is he tuning in live or?
Look, hey Nate, if you want to jump on, bro, anytime. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So we tweeted out 15 minutes ago, you're a group of pussies, and everyone in the comments is like, what are you talking about? And then the next tweet, 14, like a minute later, is one big group. I'm wondering, I'm not saying he got jumped, but I wonder what the fuck happened.
Is he at an event or is he somewhere?
I don't know, but some people are like, one person said maybe the TMZ interview with Ali and the fighters that he manages. I don't know what he's talking about.
And Nate might just be blowed somewhere like, watch this.
Yeah, he just does it.
Watch how cool I am, Jack. I'm about to cause a shitstorm. This is about to be news on the MMA websites and shit. I'm just gonna tweet it.
Oh, dude, hey, but in 15 minutes, fucking BJPen.com's like, Nate calls someone's a pussy. Click on our link to see the tweet. Just go to his fucking handle.
Nate gets jumped by fucking goddamn it Jorge's cousin's crew in Miami.
That'd be nuts, right? Because that's some gangster shit. They would do that too. Everyone thinks they're playing. They're not fucking playing. That's who they are. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one about Del Rio. There's a rumor that wasn't him fighting Crow Cop. It sure as fuck looked like him. I say that much.
I mean, I had no idea it was supposed to be him, but see, I guess if it was, I'll go along with it.
All right, so here's the thing. So someone popped this up earlier, and that's why I asked the question about the I just wanted to know the pay-per-view thing. Like we're talking about Combate. It's like I love Combate, but for $40 for Tito versus Del Rio is reaching. You guys agree with that?
I mean, listen, I wasn't gonna be a dick to our guest or nothing.
Yeah, I don't want to like get combative with him, but I just want to know why.
To be fair, I wouldn't pay $40 for a lot of shit. Like it's UFC events, I wouldn't pay $40 for these days.
Most UFC events I wouldn't pay.
Like motherfuckers are hurting with their money, Jack. Like the whole pay per view model is fucking hurting in general with streaming. So, I mean, to keep it a buck again, I wouldn't want to be cantankerous with our guest, like right to his face like that. But I think this is probably a bad idea putting it at that price point because motherfuckers are just going to stream it, dog. Like everybody's just going to. They better be ready for the streams because the streams are going to be coming in fucking hard and heavy on that one. Because look, it is a fight that people want to see. I want to see it. You know what I mean? Like people are going to want to tune in. But how many people are going to pay $40 to see it? You know what I mean? Like,
it's a good point here. MMA got saying Ryzen, you pay $20, perfect price point.
That's actually a lot better. That's a lot closer to where we would want to be. That's true. I mean, half of 40. That 20 is a lot more. I probably wouldn't pay that to keep it a buck, but that's a lot more reasonable than 40, dog.
Honestly, look, here's what the way I see it is this. Okay, come fight night, whether it's a UFC or any promotion, right? When it comes to paying for it, I always go, whenever I put it on Twitter, I'm like, all right, rate the card in this way. All right, obviously on paper, but in this way, buy at home, buy with your buddies, or go to a bar, right? And so when I come up and I start thinking about paying for a pay-per-view, I immediately go like, do I want to drop this cash on that night? If Combate came up and they were like, hey, it's $20, I'd be like, fuck it, I got nothing going on. Here's 20.
Right.
But it's like, here's $40. And that makes me think a little bit. For some reason, the extra $20, I'm like, I gotta think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fucking double the price. What you mean? Some reason? It's a big fucking deal. That's
No,
220
right.
instead of 120.
Right.
Fucking, listen, that it makes it a lot more appetizing.
Right. No, but I like that he gave us an answer of how they came up with 40. And he's right. That's how they do it. They look at what worked before, previous models, how it works. So I wish them the best of luck. I hope it works out for them. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens.
And I think Eddie, you said this point on one of your shows. I think it was the Monday show.
Yeah.
Where it probably has to do also with offsetting the cost of paying Tito's paycheck. Paying Tito ain't cheap, and doing all the stuff that they have to do. Offsetting the cost wherever you can. Wherever you can. Get a little extra money to cover some of those charges and stuff.
Yeah, you got to look at Combate Americas as an organization. They're not that big yet, right? And you got to figure that, Tito going to Combate means they paid him quite a bit. Like they paid him a good amount. So they got to come up with that money, right? And so, I don't know. Well, I'm not expecting much more than we did with Tito and Chuck Liddell, but we'll see. Although it'd be look, I'll be honest, it'd be fucking sick if Del Rio knocks him the fuck out. Honestly, I don't mind him as a I respect Tito Ortiz as a fighter. So if he got knocked out, all due respect for getting in there. But with all the other shit, if he gets knocked out, I'm going to laugh.
Honestly, he should probably ham up this whole fucking Trump
really should.
thing at this point, being in a Mexican organization like that. Like, try to get as much hate going for yourself as you can at this point.
And they're like he said, they're going to be close to the border. I mean, I looked at it. I mean, it's literally right on the border. It's a border town. So
yeah,
a bunch of those Mexican fools are going to be crossing over just to see that fight, just to watch Tito hopefully take a beating.
I love it. Sounds like chaos. Yeah, let's invite the Trumps too. I don't know, boys. You better be cool.
Sounds
like we're fucking disaster fucking Jesus here.
Invite the Trumps if y'all want to. You know how close you are to the border? Huh? I bet you El Chapo still got buddies out there.
Listen, let me tell you something too. Let me tell you something right now. They ain't coming.
No, they ain't coming.
They might fuck with you a little bit. They ain't coming close to the border to fuck with you in your fight. In a room full of Mexicans.
They'll show up for Kobe, but they ain't gonna show up.
They'll fucking watch that shit from the comforts of their home. Yeah. Kobe, New York City or whatever the fuck.
I don't know.
By the way, you realize that a lot of Mexicans are conservative, like Mexicans. I think Eddie could attest to this, that they're conservative. So a lot of them would fall within the views of Trump. That's why I asked that question. Before any of you guys want to try to crap on me for not knowing that. That is why I asked that, because I know a lot of them actually do side with his policies and stuff.
Right. No, they Mexicans conservative because we're broke as fuck. So we're not about wasting money. And we're not about giving government cash or anything. Real quick, QC asking what Tito making that Chuck fight. He made 250 or 200. Well, the numbers are that. I mean, might have. I think either Chuck took home 250 and Tito took 200, or the other way. One of those. But they for sure got paid that. Well, I won't say for sure. Who knows? They actually got paid that. But that's what the numbers were.
That was in the Golden Boy shit, right?
That was in the Golden Boy shit.
Yeah.
Liddell. I wonder if he misspelled his check too. That fucking Oscar dumbass.
No, they had to, whatever they got supposedly paid, they got paid just because of the fact that, remember, you have to have that in escrow to even put on the event. So they had that money for them.
Oh yeah. Wow. Chuck Tito only sold 25,000 pay-per-views. So you're gonna miss it. No wonder they haven't done another one. Stop it. Anyway, all right. Let's move on here to UFC 243. We're still talking about that. We already got past the John Jones thing, right? So let's bring up the actual card. The what the fuck, Google? Google's been fucking up lately. It tries to finish my fucking like sentences. What were you saying, Jesse?
No, by the way, even if Combate's at $40 sold only 25,000 pay-per-views, that'd still be $1 million in sales. So
for sure. And you still be able to pay him and everything, right? But how much was the Liddell Tito card? To
pay for it?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I want to say 40, maybe.
Okay.
Think so.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't pay, so I don't know.
I think
Right.
Oscar's got too much pride to put it anything lower than that. He'd be like, my product's worth that. No.
Yeah, right. All right. Back to UFC 243. Co-main event: Dan Hooker defeats Al Iaquinta, and it wasn't really close. What do you guys think of that fight? Because I like Dan Hooker. I like Al a lot, but what Al's got going for him is like toughness and shit, right? But Dan Hooker's longer, taller, a little quicker with it. He was dropping that jab in there like it was a piston in an engine, and Al ate every single one of them. What?
Okay, sorry, real quick. I totally forgot about this. So it was supposed to cost $50,
Yeah.
but then they slashed it to $40, and then because of it was going to be close to Black Friday or something,
Yeah.
it was costing people $20. So
Damn.
yeah,
Oscar saw the projected numbers. He's like, fuck.
Yeah, for real. That's what it was, bro. Ain't nobody paying you $40 to see that damn shit in 2018, 19, whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then it was not able to be offered at that price, and I guess people got pissed off. So the closest they got was 40. So
now we was just jive talking that $20 special.
Oh
man.
my god.
Sorry. We take it back. We actually need that other 20. Sorry.
yeah, remember the whole thing was just a disaster from start to finish. So
Yeah. Hence why we ain't seen a sequel to that fucking movie.
How coked that was Oscar at the fucking press conference where he was talking about Chuck Liddell and all these Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell and all the other guys. Like, yeah, all the other guys. Like, what the fuck?
As coked out as he was when he put on some fucking lingerie and boxing gloves and had somebody take shit to his fucking ass.
That shit was fucking hilarious when that happened. Oh my god. He'll never live that down. Anytime he talks shit to anybody, they're just gonna pop that shit up on their phone real quick and be like, "Hey, Oscar, remember this shit?"
I've got that picture saved in my phone, Jack, just in case.
In case Oscar talk shit to you.
That's
Here you
right.
go, Oscar. Fuck. All right. All right. Tony says, "I like what."
Yeah. I was saying, getting back to the Hooker fight. Yeah, that. I mean, I was impressed more so in the fact that Dan Hooker was able to basically neutralize everything.
Oh yeah.
That Waterson was able to do. I mean, he really couldn't do anything against Hooker, and I thought at least Iaquinta's wrestling would be able to do something in there. And I mean, he just got totally neutralized and got beaten up. So very impressive performance by Hooker.
When did everybody start calling him Iaquinta? Am I on a fucking island by calling him Iaquinta? Were we all pronouncing it with a fucking Q for the last 3 years, or just been my goofy ass?
I don't know shit, dude, about that.
I thought
It's because of Joey Diaz.
I swear, it's all of a sudden it's Iaquinta. Everybody's Iaquinta. I thought it was Iaquinta.
Yeah, if you want to say it right, yeah.
Either fuck.
Is Iaquinta or is Iaquinta? Fucking language specialist?
That's Iaquinta.
Iaquinta, okay.
What I fucking thought.
Maybe Al's what I'm gonna go with. Fuck the Iaquinta shit. I'm not about last names, man.
Yeah, listen. Perfect fight for Dan Hooker, right?
Yep.
Fucking showcase fight at home with his fucking main training partner, main event, and he did what he was supposed to do. He looked fucking good. What else is there to say? Everything went perfect for Dan Hooker in this fight. Feel kind of bad for Al, going over, traveling, taking the L like that. But Al's gonna be fine. I don't think he plans on fighting for the belt anytime soon. He's getting this money, buying shit up in fucking where's he at? Long Island. Gonna be a realtor. He's already got his shit in motion for after he gets done fighting. So it's all good. And Al still looked like a beast. Like he didn't go out like no bitch. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look he didn't really have a bad showing of himself necessarily. He just got beat by the better guy. What are you gonna do?
He got put in shit spots that he didn't get finished. I'll say that much.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Hooker is a what did I say? Hooker is massive at 155. Looks like a legit welterweight. He's big as fuck and he's tall.
Right. Big guy, big frame, and knows how to use his length well.
Yeah, and he wants fucking Dustin Poirier next.
Yeah,
that
I seen Dustin was like, nah, bro, and I kind of feel Dustin. I kind of feel Dustin. I seen that Paul Felder posted a picture of a Hooker on his timeline on Twitter, which I'm assuming means that he'll be his Huckleberry, and I'm here for that one. I not to sell Al short, or not Al, but Hooker short. But I get it. I see why he would call out Dustin Poirier. It makes all the sense in the world, but I don't quite feel. I kind of feel Dustin not necessarily jumping over the moon about that fight. And Felder wants it. Like I think the Felder Hooker fight would be fantastic.
That's
For
what
all
they
me.
should do. That's what they should do, but who knows? All right. And then what else to talk about here? That tall Russian fucking arm triangle choke tied to Ivasa. Let's be real, it probably wasn't gonna be that hard for a jiu-jitsu specialist, a heavyweight, to finish off Tai. So that just sucks. We didn't get to see no Shui. As gross as that is, we didn't get to see it. So anyway.
Side note.
He still does it. Don't you worry.
I
I'm
don't
sure,
wanna
but we didn't get to see it. Go
I
ahead.
don't want to get too caught up on this. But so dude lost his belt. Okay, wait a minute. I guess Zhang won the belt in China, right?
Right.
I just felt like motherfuckers were losing the belt every time it seems like somebody fucking defends their belt at home, they be losing that shit.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
recently, I can't fucking think, but I was thinking earlier today, like a few people have lost their fucking belt at home.
I mean, Verdum lost the heavyweight belt at home.
Well, I guess he didn't lose the belt, but Gus always loses in Sweden. Like every time it's a big fucking deal, and like you're at home, motherfuckers be tending to lose that shit.
Who else?
DC lost twice in California.
Yeah, but he's San Jose. Like that was like when he was in Strike Force. That makes a little more sense, right? But he didn't lose in Strike Force. But I guess I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, all right, and then just to go rattle them off. Diego Lima defeats Luke Jumao, and it's still contesting the result. He doesn't want a split decision. He thinks it should be unanimous. Ain't gonna happen. Take the W and walk away, dude.
Gag me with a fork, bro. Jesus
Seriously.
Christ.
Jorgen De Castro defeats Justin Taffa. I thought Justin Taffa was gonna knock that dude the fuck out, and then Mr. Titties fucking knocked him the fuck out. So that was nice. And then the other one that was kind of like, what the fuck just happened? Megan Anderson submits Zara Farin dos Santos by triangle choke. That
was a little annoying. I kind of didn't want her to win like that. I kind of wanted a homegirl to win. She looked like she was coming out aggressive, and it's like, God damn it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. It's I don't know, whatever, man. All right. What else do you guys want to hit before we talk about UFC Tampa?
That's it. Let's get to it. We're running a little late anyways.
Yeah, let's go to that because I can't wait to hear Fred's take on that.
All right. So UFC Tampa goes down this week and this Saturday, obviously Tampa, Florida, headlined for now by Michelle Waterson and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. If you have not heard, oh Jesus Christ, hang on a second. Megan Anderson called it Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, good luck with that, buddy.
Do you want to keep your head? Because that's not how you do it. All right. Michelle Waterson against Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Now, word came out literally this morning, crack of dawn, as far as the West Coasters go, that Joanna Jędrzejczyk had basically, her camp had let the UFC know that she's not going to make 115 or 116, which is the weight limit. Then another thing came out. I think the Nose is the one that tweeted it out that said that her camp had told the UFC a week ago that she wasn't going to make 115. And so all the shit came out. Just long story short, the UFC told Michelle Waterson, fight her at a catch weight of 120 or get moved to UFC 244 and fight Jessica Andrade, right? So Michelle Waterson instead holds pat because Jędrzejczyk's team comes back and basically said, oh, she had a really good workout this morning. We're going to try and make the weight. We're going to do everything within reason to make 150 or 116, right? So Michelle Waterson's on standby, doing what she's got to do, count weight and everything in the hopes that Joanna makes weight. Now, here's where before we get into Fred's, actually, no, it's going to Fred first because I'll make my point later. But Fred, take it away, sir.
Okay, well, listen, throwing in the little fucking tidbit about her team telling the UFC a week ago, that changes a little bit because I was about to be real. I mean, this fucking telling them 24 hours before the weigh-in is goddamn unacceptable. Quite frankly, a week might even be a little bit. But if you just show up on fucking Thursday, like, check it out, I probably ain't gonna make that weight. Are you fucking what the fuck are you like, bro? This shit drives me crazy. And in a championship fight, are you guys fucking out of your mind right now? Like, what in the fuck are we talking about, dog? You gotta tell us that well before, and you need to have a real good fucking excuse, a doctor's note or something. You do not get to pop up and be like, yo, I can't make the weight. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dog? Like, this is fucking completely unacceptable, especially, like, again, 48 hours before the event. Now, I pop on Twitter and they're like, oh, that fight's canceled. Man, what the fuck are y'all talking? And I tell you what, I don't even got really a dog in the race. I'm just chilling watching the fights at fucking, ESPN or whatever the fuck. I got it anyways. Imagine those poor fucking saps that bought fucking tickets to the show.
Yep.
I know there's some good fights on the card, but I hate that shit. Everybody's coming to see that motherfucking fight. Like, what the fuck? If that gets canceled, that ruins a lot of people's fucking trip, man.
Dude, I get you 100% on that shit. But and at the same time too, I don't for one split fucking second believe that Joanna did not know that she was gonna come in heavy. Why? And first of all, everyone coming in like, oh, it's her titties. If she didn't get she shouldn't have gotten the titty job and everything. Like motherfuckers, she had trouble making weight for the titties. All right, relax. Okay, relax that bullshit. But
they're not helping.
No, they're not helping. But it's not like they're not giving her a fucking pound or 10 pounds or whatever it is. Good for her, but still, no, it's not having to do with that. But I don't believe for a single second that she didn't know that was going to happen, okay, or that she was going to come in and have a hard time cutting weight. I think their plan was come in, let the UFC know, and then try to get that catch weight at 120, right, and try to get that little advantage. Because these days it doesn't really matter for the most part what weight division, what weight you win at, as long as you win and they can sell you in a title fight. So Joanna comes in 5 pounds heavier. Fucking Michelle Waterson's weight class is technically 105. She put on muscle to fight at 115. She cuts barely anything to get 115, right? So, to me, it's that kind of game. And Michelle Waterson, I think, recognizes it and goes, "Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm not taking no catch weight fight. I ain't taking no Mackenzie Dern last second. Literally complete opposite fighter than Jacek. I'm not taking nobody else. It's Joanna at 150 or 116 at the most, or fucking nobody. You know what I mean? And I'm with her. I totally support Waterson on that shit. I'm not taking a fight against a heavier opponent and giving her any kind of advantage.
I don't like that because I just want to see her fight.
Right.
I want her, but goddamn it, that's the smart thing for her to do. Like you said, fuck that. We agreed to 115.
Yeah.
I'll give you that
weeks ago.
But bro, I'm not fighting you at 120. And then, like you said, Eddie, fuck all the bullshit. If you beat me, none of that shit matters. I don't give a fuck if I get a little more money or like if you beat me, it don't matter if we fight at 150 pounds. If you beat me, that's all that's going to matter. And you're going to go up the ladder and I'm going to go down the ladder. Fuck that. I agreed to 115. Didn't nobody say shit about 120? You J-Tech.
Yeah. Fuck all that. Jesse, what do you think?
You know what? I agree with you guys, but I think this is being blown out of proportion. I think you were kind of alluding to it, Eddie, where I think Joanna was just trying to get a catch weight. She knows how terrible that weight cut is for her, and if she can, finagle one of these catch weights with her opponent, we've seen it before, right? One opponent goes, you know what? I don't feel like cutting weight. They go to their opponent. They go to the UFC, go, hey, can we get a catch weight?
Right.
And they go talk to the opponent. The opponent's like, yeah, all right. I don't want to cut that weight either. We'll just fight at a heavier weight. It backfired this time, right? And I get it. But I also think that people are kind of blowing it out of proportion, saying that because of her enhancements is why she's missing the weight.
Listen.
I mean, like you said, Fred, it's not helping. It's definitely not helping. But we already knew that she had these problems before. This was just her trying to get that edge of not having to cut that extra weight. It bit her in the butt because, now the whole story is out there saying that, oh, she's not going to make weight and everything. And now she's back on social media. I don't know what happened. Did I miss something? Or were the weigh-ins today? Like, come on. Like, the savvy people know what you were trying to do. You didn't want to cut those extra 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds.
Just wanted the advantage.
Yeah. So, I mean, make the weight, make the fight, or, don't sign the contract.
Right.
Look, listen, now, I know that some people find Joanna attractive. Shout out to Jeremiah. He's always talking about how
he loves her.
But
Tony Hinchcliffe.
For all of me, her getting a tit job is like putting lipstick on a hog, Jack.
I knew it was coming.
Like, Joanna's gross, dog. Them little big fake nasty titties you put on you could have just went ahead and not did that. You're good. Don't worry about it.
I was talking to one of my buddies at jiu-jitsu the other day, and he was talking about that, right? And he was like, look, man, she should have fixed that fucking face. And I'm like, oh, dude, that's just mean. I get what he's saying. But, like, you got to enhance what you can. You can't do the, facial reconstruction. It's kind of too crazy.
Listen, Fred?
Man.
That's fucked up. We're getting real fucking low with this shit.
Fred, I like how Eddie uses my friend said that,
No, I didn't say that shit.
Kind of cover himself.
I did not say it. So, first of all, I did not say that shit. I will tell you if I said it. I have made plenty of Joanna jokes before, but it wasn't that one.
Listen.
Is it me, or is it kind of shouldn't a lot of these, you know, I'm not saying she shouldn't do stuff like this, but wouldn't everybody kind of have learned from Misha Tate, where she had her fight almost canceled because of her enhancements in New York?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
okay,
Like,
first of all, yeah, go ahead.
wouldn't a lot of these women kind of understand that, like, okay, like, I do want to enhance myself, I do want to do something for myself, I get that, but then this is also something that could, you know, affect your career in the sense that, like, you know, you could go to New York and they might not allow you to fight because of that, because of the commission's stupid.
Yeah, but look at who you're talking about. You're talking about New York.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be much of a problem most places.
Like, I still, from the get-go, when everyone was like, we gotta legalize New York, we gotta do it for MMA, I'm like, fuck that. I don't give a fuck about New York. Why? Because they do stupid shit left and right. That stop and frisk they did for fucking decades, that shit was stupid as hell too. Okay? Like, they do dumbass shit in New York. All right, I wasn't surprised that I laughed my ass off when they were like, yeah, we don't know if Misha should fight here because she got fake ones. But I mean, how much dumb shit have they done before? They what was it, that one fight? Instead of giving Habib giving Paul Felder the fight, the last second they give it to Al, but the reason they gave is because Paul Felder is not high enough on the high enough on the rankings that are done by fucking whack ass journalists that think they're actually doing journalism.
I believe he wasn't even ranked. That was
exactly.
Yeah, whatever.
New York's stupid as shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get what you're saying though. Here's first of all, a couple of things here on Joanna. Fight for your rights is it's McMalley's girl. Yeah, he's. I remember. If you guys know McMalley on Twitter, yeah,
I like McMalley, but I question his fucking view in women if that's his girl.
Yeah. Well,
listen,
and then real quick,
she is a great, fantastic fighter. I'm allowed to think she looks like a troll. So MMA Twitter, fucking suck my dick. All right.
Oh, hey, sit at the Jeremiah.
It's not fighter bashing, yo. It's my fucking opinion. I think she's fucking ugly. She's a fantastic fighter, but her face is gross.
Jeremiah with a silver lining.
Hey, yo, listen, you're goddamn right. All right, fair enough, Jeremiah. Fucking came in and ruined my fucking day. You're right. I bet she got a fucking snatch tighter than a goddamn penny on her little skinny broad. And if I could bury her disgusting face in the pillow and put a little bit of weight on her ass, we might be on it.
Hey man, she just hit up. Hey, look, send her over to the Kardashians. I'll help her out.
Skinny broads do got that tight.
I'll tell you this though, if she ever gets that fucking, she ever gets butt implants, she wouldn't even make 135. I'll say that much. Tony Hectic says a little update on New York. NY State Athletic Commission changed that implant rule. Fucking about time. Here's another one. Fred's a best girl.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
He's only looking at the face.
They share the same face, but I view the joy from behind with her.
Holy shit! By the way, this coming off like a couple minutes ago. I think I was saying like, "Come on, guys, with the titties for the weight, the reason for the weight miss," and then we go off on this shit.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I mean,
welcome to the Keyboard Warriors, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's easy to make. I mean, you don't get to miss weight and then have fake tits. You better wake up, Joanna champion.
Can Paige Van Zandt make weight? Do we know? I'm kidding. Let's not go there.
She said that she's already starting her weight cut to make it healthily, and she's gonna put it on video. But that I believe she was one of the ones asking for that fight, right, against Waterson in like 2 weeks or something.
In December 14th, she wants it.
Okay, okay.
First of all, everyone laughed. Go see her tweet and just go under it, and everyone's like making fun of her. Like, no, we're good. Jeremiah says she got a little booty on her though. Or two. There you go. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't know. Anyway. Fuck. Now we're all over the place.
So yeah, let's bring it in. Enough with our
go ahead.
Disgusting criticisms. Yeah. Does this fight happen? Do we think it happens? Like, enough with the bullshit. Does Joanna make weight? Does she make 116? They said they're going to try. So do we think that she'll actually be able to make it? Or does she not make it? In which case, what the fuck do we think happens here? I'll go ahead and I'll fucking start. No, I don't think she'll make it. I do think that Michelle Waterson will stick to her guns. So I think that means she's going to what, 245?
244, New York.
244. And then what? They're talking about maybe having Angela Hill fight Joanna?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm here for that, and I think that's in a worst case scenario. I think that might be. I don't think Joanna makes weight. Fuck it. I'm being a pessimist.
All right. Here's the thing. Like, I don't think the fight happens. I think you're right. I think Michelle Waterson's gonna stick to her guns. I hope the fight happens. I hope Joanna Jędrzejczyk makes the weight. But here's why. Because we've seen before Joanna Jędrzejczyk barely make weight and have a really bad fight. I mean, that's one of the reasons people have been saying that she got knocked the fuck out by Rose was because she cut a shit ton of weight and she wasn't fully recovered. So I don't mind seeing that. You know what I mean? I don't mind. Look, hey, and Michelle Waterson's smart in that too. No, make the weight or we're not fighting. So Joanna goes, fuck it, I'm gonna make the weight. Kills herself, fucking pushes it hard, isn't fully recovered come fight night. Not easy, but easier fight than it would have been.
But you don't think she does that, and you don't think she makes it.
I don't think she does. I think she gets like maybe like 118, tries to weigh in, misses it hard, and says, fuck it.
So then what do they do with Joanna? Do you think she actually fights Angela Hill on the card? Or?
Well, that's I think it's going to be Angela Hill at like catchweight at 120.
But you do think they'll go ahead and make that fight and keep Joanna on the card?
Right. I mean, look, well, okay, let's look at the card real quick. If I could fucking finally pull it up. But regardless, the card's it's not a bad card for a free card, right?
Yeah, it's a good card, I think. I can't remember any of the fucking fights either.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up.
I can remember it was some little solid fights on there.
Yeah, it's not a bad card. In fact, it's fucking pretty good for
Where's it at? Tampa
Bay.
Yeah, you got
Florida.
Cub Swanson against Cron
Right.
Gracie.
Okay,
yeah,
real quick. Cub Swanson versus Cron Gracie is a main event right there. You could do that.
Fair enough.
If you pull Joanna, that's a main event right there, in my opinion.
I mean, at least for one of these cards, it is.
Right,
sure.
right.
Then you got Nico Price against James Vick.
That's a good one.
Solid.
Mackenzie Dern against Amanda Ribas.
Solid.
Not the old fake accent.
I can't wait to hear it.
Matt the Steamroller Favola against Luis Pena.
MMA, real quick, if you guys are interested in Matt Favola, because I just like saying the Steamroller Favola. MMA on the rocks. If you guys know that dude, he actually, I think he had him. He interviewed him, so go check that out. Anyway, but yeah, Favola versus Pena. Luis Pena is solid.
Yeah.
Here's Violent Bob Ross.
Violent Bob Ross. There you go. Here's the one that I was looking at. Middleweight, Eric Anders is coming back as Gerald Mearshart or whatever.
That's a great fight.
That's a good fucking fight.
Really, that's one of those fights I bet you's fun to watch.
Eric Anders at 185 is fun as hell to watch. At 205, not so much. But at 185, he's fun as fuck to watch. I'll tune in for any Eric Anders fight at 185. And then
yeah.
Go ahead, Jason.
That's solid. Then what do you got? The prelims, you've got let's see. Davidson,
I got it pulled up. You want me to roll it out?
Tim Elliott, Marlon Vera, Andre Enwell. What else?
JJ.
Marvin Vittori.
Marvin Vittori. If you guys remember, Vittori fought Israel Adesanya here in Phoenix, and it was a dead fight. That shit was kind of boring. And so people were saying like, "Oh, fucking, he's overrated," but who knows what happened. Real quick for the WMMA people, JJ Aldrich against Lauren Mueller on this fight. Aldrich has been fighting for a minute, so it's definitely one to tune in for.
That's a curtain jerker, and people were high on Aldrich. So
they should be.
This is a sneaky good card, man.
It's a pretty good card.
Really, really solid card.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta agree. This card is pretty damn stacked, and it's free. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then Cheeto's on this card. Jesse was saying, Marlon Vera. That dude's always fun to watch.
Yep.
That dude, like once he paid his daughter's like surgery for her, I think it was her eyesight, right? He got angrier somehow. Like he got more violent when he fought after that.
Yeah. And he's fighting Tim Elliott, right?
No, he's fighting Andre Ewell. Tim Elliott.
Oh.
Yeah, Tim Elliott's fighting at flyweight, even though he hates cutting that weight. For some reason, he's fighting. Davison Figueiredo.
No shit. Okay, fair enough.
He's been around for a minute.
Fight.
It's fun. Overall, this card's fucking solid.
Yeah, solid card for sure.
Right, and ESPN Plus the whole way through. So if you got it, go for it. 2:00 Pacific time start time on the prelims. That makes it 5 o'clock Eastern time, and then 5 o'clock start time for the main card. That's 8 o'clock for you guys on the East Coast. But again, if that Joanna and Michelle Waterson fight falls through, the card's fine. Yeah,
it's nice that they have somewhat of like a double main event type of deal here, like you said. Cron and Swanson is fine for a main event on caliber.
Here's an opinion right here. Fight for Your Rights is better than the 243 card. I gotta say, I agree. Other than the main event.
Yes, exactly. If you take out that fucking main event, it kind of low-key kills it. Like, it kind of low-key kills it.
Yeah. Oh, as far as main event, and Jesse, I'm hoping you watch this on video somewhere on Twitter or something. Israel Adesanya's walkout. A lot of people were shitting on it. I had no problem with it because he won. Had he lost that shit, he should stay off the internet for like a month.
Man, I have no problem with it either way. If you lost, yeah, obviously you'll be embarrassed, but the walkout was dope. What's not to? I don't understand. Who are these fucking crybabies that didn't like the walkout?
I don't know.
I'm not to be a cunt, because obviously I will be a cunt to you, but if anybody didn't like it, just give me a reason why you didn't like it, because I'm legit kind of curious. Like, if it's like it's WWE antics, not really, man. Not
Here's
really.
the thing. Here's the thing. That's how I know people that said that type of shit. I know haven't been watching that long. Okay, because if you watch Pride, that shit was regular. That was normal, and it did it all the time.
Exactly. But we, to be fair, we're not used to seeing that in the UFC. We've had a couple little examples of it, but yeah, we're not. But good. What the fuck? Yeah, it's fucking goofy, man. It was fun. It got you hype. Yep. And if you didn't like Izzy, you were probably sitting there steaming, pissed, knocked out even more. Mm-hmm. The crowd seemed to enjoy it, and they didn't even like that motherfucker. So yeah, I really don't understand. And I mean, what the fuck, right? His 3 childhood buddies, they did a choreographed fucking dance, and then he gets fired up, and his fucking team walks out. They walk together. That shit was tight. Like, I really don't get the problem with it, but.
Jesse, you can see the walkout?
Yeah, I saw a clip of it. I mean, he's done that before.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people have a problem with it. Having the UFC allow fighters to do something that makes them different from everybody else is what we used to enjoy, right? Like the walkouts, the way that they would come out to, like, you know, different attire, the way they would look. Like that was awesome. It was the theatrics of it, right? Like that's how you'd be able to identify the fighter. And now people are going to be like, oh yeah, that guy that came out dancing with his crew, right? Like he has caught on to something that people are going to remember. And that's great. I enjoy that stuff. I hate that the UFC tries to cut everybody down and make everybody just walk out like normal. You know, it's kind of like when you see when Frank Yeager is about to fight, what do you always expect? You always expect to see that little dude come running out of the freaking tunnels and run straight, like, you know, Ultimate Warrior style to the cage, you know? Like it's awesome to have people have a unique way to do what they do. And I'd like to see more of it instead of the UFC kind of hampering these guys.
I will say, I think you need to fight your way into that spot, though. Like, everybody don't deserve it. You need to be a main event, a championship belt. Like, everybody don't get to come out wearing peacock feathers and shit. Like, you know what I mean? You need to earn it. But once you're there, if you're fighting in a main, like Jorge Masvidal, Nate Diaz, goddamn it, if they got a special request within reason, make it fucking happen. If Nate wants to come out dressed in a fucking white meat suit and have, goddamn it, the Migos fucking make it fucking happen, please, for me. Just do it. Like, believe me, it'll be fun. If not, we'll be talking shit about it at the very least.
Yep, exactly. And then, look, honestly, I had a lot of fun with it. I enjoyed the dance part. That was cool. I wasn't against it.
Even the Death Note shit. Did y'all see the shit? Like, dog, all that shit.
Yeah,
brilliant. For all of me, like that's how you do it, man.
Yeah.
On a kind of a side note, just talking about Izzy's performance outside of the cage with the walkout and the Death Note and the call out of Boranchina, fucking perfect, man. 10 out of 10. Like, he could not have played any card any better. He set up his next fight. We're extremely excited for it. It's a good challenge that we all feel like, yo, you might be able to lose this. And you know what? That's one of the things he has on John Jones.
Right.
Which, to be fair, it's because John Jones has already beaten all those men. Let's be clear about that. But, like, Izzy has already pointed at the toughest guy in that division, or at least the toughest match that he can line up for himself realistically, and said, hey, I want you immediately. We are all looking at that as MMA fans and being like, okay, I see you, Izzy. Like, because look, Boranchina, think what you want about that dude, but ain't nobody really throwing their hand up and being like, yo, give me that. I want that guy. And especially when they get the belt, like, he could have waited or bullshitted around. The fact that he called him out right then, right there, I mean, man, I'm extremely excited for that fight. Izzy couldn't have did nothing different. It was the perfect performance in my opinion.
It was.
Do
Yeah.
you guys think that it's kind of like the MVP thing, right? MVP has great after his fights, like he has something unique each and every time. Like he had the Thanos glove on one, he had the Pokeball on one of them. Like he has something that is unique. The only problem is I know I saw a lot of people comparing him to Adesanya. I think the only problem is, and John Jones. The only problem is that at least Adesanya and both John Jones have proven themselves against top competitors. I think the problem with MVP is that he's still crushing tomato cans. You know, he hasn't really his only fight that was pretty challenging was the Paul Daly fight, and we saw how that turned out. Right, it didn't really turn out the way anybody thought it would. You know, he still hasn't really had that fight that cements him as a top guy. So that's what I'm waiting for. But yeah, like Fred said, I mean, having something that is unique to you and makes makes people remember you. That's what you want.
Right. All right. Real quick, and then we already talked about Tampa. I keep saying Tampa Bay, dude. Fucking stupid. Anyway, we talked about Tampa. Real quick, they made this Fedor versus Rampage fight. What do you guys think about that shit?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather see him fight in bare knuckle.
Oh.
And I'm being dead serious about that.
Either one or both of them.
Yeah, I'd rather
this fight.
I'd rather see them fight each other in the bare knuckle boxing thing. I'm being dead serious about that. As far as my sick, fucking sadistic violence level, like I would like to see them just throw them things bare knuckle. Because look, man, listen, am I going to watch? Of course, I'm a degenerate like them.
Yeah, me too.
Right, and this fight will hold a very special place in my heart, being an old school MMA fan. But let's keep it a bean. This fight comes later in the game than fucking Pacquiao Mayweather did. Now, 37 years ago, this fight would have been absolute fire, and I would have woke up at fucking 2:30 in the morning and watching this shit on Pride, Shockwave, or the like. Like I would have been fucking on this fight like white on rice. And listen, I'm still gonna be, I'm gonna be on it. Just not like that. Like it's an intriguing fight, but fuck, it's late in the game. But I will say this: I think Rampage has a tendency to fight to the speed and caliber of his opponent. And I think Rampage or Fedor rather is going to bring that fire like he always does. So I do think the fight will be entertaining because of that. I think Fedor is going to make Rampage fight. So it'll be kind of fun, I think. But it's, what does it really mean? No.
Yeah. So it's not like they've been off for a long ass time. I mean, Fedor is 40. Got TKO by Ryan Bader, which I could say shocked the fuck out of me. I didn't think Ryan Bader was going to do that shit, but whatever. And then Rampage has that TKO win over Vanderlei Silva September last year. So I mean, they haven't been like off for like 10 years and they're coming back for something. Like they've been, relatively active, but it was just a weird thing to see. I'm like, really? Rampage versus Fedor? Like,
it's cool though. I mean, for them too and where they're at in their careers. I mean, what else? It ain't like I'm dying to see either one of them do anything else, I suppose. So
right. Vanderlei's like talking about going to bare knuckle though. That's pretty cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Although it'll fuck up the surgery he had to get rid of all that scar tissue under his skin. Yeah. Remember when before he was all fucked up, then he got it cleared out, and it looked like someone grabbed the back of his head, put their foot in his back, and stretched the shit. Like he's gonna fuck that up. So
pull a little Kim, you know what I mean?
I'm saying. Anyway, all right. I just saw it as unified rules, not pride rules. So there you go.
What are you gonna do?
Anyway, it's a fight. What are you gonna do? All right. Anything else you guys want to bring up before I do a little check of the headlines?
Yeah, two things real quick. October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it's also National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So two things that pretty important to women, and I know one of them is very close to Fred's heart. And if you need a regular checkup, I'm pretty sure Fred would volunteer to help you with that.
Listen, I'm qualified to do such things, but men can get breast cancer too, right?
Yep.
Like it's possible, right? Let's not be fucking sexist on this show. Men, feel your tits too. Just make sure. Personally, I like having my tits played with, kissed and shit like that. So mine get plenty of attention. I'm good.
Yeah,
That's
dudes can find
crazy.
lumps. Dudes can find lumps in their chest too. So y'all be make sure y'all get checked out.
That's right.
But take care of your ladies, folks. Take care of your ladies. All right.
Absolutely. Fill a boob. You know what I mean?
Right. Jesse, what else you got?
That's it. My other thing I want to point out to everybody: go watch Joker. Don't be an idiot.
Don't
Think
walk
about
out
the
like a
movie.
bitch.
Think about it. It's a very heavy movie. It's an important movie, and anybody that hates on it is a pathetic, sad. You're welcome.
Look, that's if you're not hip to it, folks. Here's what's going on. People are walking out of Joker because it's too violent. And it's like, in the climate today, we can't have this kind of fucking movie. Like, shut the fuck up.
Look,
It's a movie.
I can understand if you think it's too violent. It's perfectly fine.
Right.
To think that it's too violent, because it's a pretty violent movie. All right. But to say that this is going to incite violence, that this is promoting violence, you haven't seen the movie then. Please go watch the movie, formulate an opinion for yourself. Don't listen to the fat, Cheeto-fingered dude in his mom's basement writing up how he hates this movie, how it's a terrible movie, how, it will never compare to Heath Ledger, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't listen to that guy.
If you give a fuck about who plays Joker, eat a fat dick. Just fuck off, right? But if you want to incite some violence, look, you want to incite violence? What incited violence was an eye poke in Mexico. That incited some fucking violence, okay? But this movie ain't it. Look, let's be real. If you take your kids to this movie and they get violent after that, your kids need to get checked already because you fucked them up way before they watch this movie. You fucked them up way before.
You definitely shouldn't take your kids to this movie. But look, this movie is more of a conversation starter. It's about mental health, and it's a very, very realistic look at people going through stuff and having a bad day. If you have a bad day, and you're in that state, you can definitely slide into bad things. And it's grim. Look, it's grim, but that's reality, right? Like, not everything's a happy ending. Not everything is roses and songs and everything.
Right, real quick. Sorry, Jesse, I don't want to cut you off. But real quick, what was that movie back in the day where the dude's trying to get home? He just wants to get home to his kid. Falling down. If you guys want to watch some shit that gets like kind of nutty, watch that fucking movie. Dude, all he wants to do is get fucking home to his family and see his kid because it's his kid's birthday, I think, right? And all the bullshit he goes through, and he finally loses his fucking mind. Starts shooting like shit up. Like, he had a bazooka at one point. I remember I watched it when I was a kid, and I was like, holy shit, is that what happens when you have a bad day? But I didn't actually go out and do it. I thought it was a great goddamn movie. So go check that out on, I don't know where we can find it, but just fucking Google or YouTube it, whatever. You find the trailer for it. Falling Down. It's honestly a great movie if you're an angry person in traffic. It's fucking hilarious at points.
Look, the only thing I got to say is that, look, mental health is an important subject.
Yeah.
And people that say that this movie is not sensitive to that point haven't seen it. It's a very, very good idea of how people can spiral out of control. Lose it. And like I said, it's a grim and it's heavy. And if you sit there and think about it, that's what you're supposed to do. Now, I know people go in there and like, oh, it's violent, yay! Like, let's cheer for the Joker, the violence, whatever. You're just dumb. You're immature in your thought process.
Yeah.
This is a really, really heavy movie that makes people think. And if you are not willing to do that, don't watch it.
Huh?
Have you guys seen it, by the way?
No, I keep trying to fuck
I
it
have I have not yet. I will. You understand me? I will, but I have not yet.
No, I've been meaning to go watch it. I just haven't had fucking time, and I'm gonna try and go watch it this weekend. But I got a packed weekend. I got a bunch of shit going down, so we'll see what happens. But I'm definitely gonna catch it.
Make time. I'm telling you guys, it's worth it.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Let's check the headlines here before we head out. Anthony Rumble Johnson wants the Francis Ngannou fight, but only if it's a title fight. Okay, there, AJ.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep waiting on that, my guy.
Yeah.
That's nowhere near in the cards, but.
No.
Isn't he in a lot of trouble too?
He's got shit going down. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Big deal, but.
Yeah. Artem Lobov versus Jason Knight 2 set for bare knuckle fighting championship 9 in November. I am down to watch that.
I am down to watch it, but I tell you what, I don't love it. You know why I don't love it? Because the first one was a classic, and this one almost has no ability to live up to it.
You don't need a sequel.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I will, just in case it is, but like it, it's hard to remake the fucking Mona Lisa.
Yeah, that was good. That was fucking fun as fuck. What else we got here? Yeah, just more of his John Jones, Israel Adesanya shit, and yeah. All right, that's all we got. All right, folks, that's gonna do it for us.
Happen at this point.
Yeah. I mean, look, honestly, we do the show on Wednesday because that's the time slot that it worked out in. But sometimes we get lucky and shit blows up. Like today was the Joanna weight thing, so
yeah,
that was good for the topics. All right, folks, that's gonna do it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you guys tuning in. You can go ahead and check out all the social media stuff right here. KeyboardWarriorsMMA.com for every show. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. I think we're still on Spotify. We're on everything. Fuck it. That's what 1983 at Caribbean_MMA at Elaw32. Make sure you hit us on all that shit. What's up?
Sorry, I almost forgot. Eddie and I are doing a challenge this month where we're apparently trying to kill each other.
Yep.
What is it? 100 kilometers in a month?
Well, 100K. It's 100K, so it's 62 miles, 62.3 miles or 5, something like that. It's 62 miles, almost 63, in the month of October. If you are down, let me know. We will fucking put you in on the little round of tweets. But I've been tweeting my progress. I'm at 9 miles. Sure, it's not much, and I normally can run more than that, but I'm dealing with a fucked up back, so I'm gonna keep doing these little 5Ks till I get to 100K. But yeah, it's going down, folks, and yeah.
Slow and steady will get you there. You don't got to kill yourself.
Right.
To get there, we've got 22 days left.
Yeah.
I'm at 8.64 miles.
There you go.
We can do this.
Yeah. And then, I mean, it's not like we're going to turn into fucking Sober October where Rogan was literally trying to get Burt Kreischer to die. Like he was trying to kill that motherfucker.
As long as you don't keep talking, it's all good.
I'm just posting my shit, dude. I'm like, where you at, Jesse? Right. Shit. All right. RepTheWarriors.com, of course, as always, SpicesPros.com as well. Shout out to everyone that tuned in. MMA Gods, as always. Tony Hector QC was here. Fight for your right. Appreciate you joining in, man. Jeremiah from the Hardcore MMA Show, of course, here. I believe Raider was on here earlier. Who else we got? I'm going to try. Uncle Hank, what's up? And everyone that tuned into the pre-show, appreciate that too. Someone named Baba Booey. Oh, shit, they were talking about Mike. I got to post this up. He's talking about Mike talking.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. That's the Howard Stern shit. Y'all don't know.
No, I know. I fuck with Baba Booey.
Yeah, Tevin MMA, what's up, dude? Appreciate you coming on here, man. Aaron Robbins here way earlier. I think he bailed quick, though, because he didn't say nothing after talking about your forehead. Anyway, anyone that tuned in, everyone that tuned in, we appreciate you guys. ELC, I don't know if she made it tonight or not, but we appreciate everyone tuning in. We love you guys. We do it for you guys. All right, so you guys have a good night, and good night, Wilshire.